Hey everybody, welcome to my world with Nat, Relocation Concierge. I hope you guys are doing great today. I am always excited, but always more excited for the next guest. And Lindsay Gasser and I met last week, not so long ago, and we are right in the heart of Sosua right now. She has a gem of a place called the Oasis.
Oasis in Sosua.
Oasis in Sosua, and it is a little oasis, a little gem that had I not been invited to visit, I don't know that I would have found it. And I'm excited to share her experience of being here in the DR and what she offers her clients here. So welcome to the show.
Thank you, Natalie, and thank you so much for inviting me.
It's my pleasure. So your story is also unique. Everybody who comes to the Dominican Republic has their own unique story. So how long have you been here now?
13 years.
13.
Next week.
Wow, anniversary.
Years. Almost, yes. I came at Easter, and it's Easter next week, so that makes 13 years. And I come from the UK, you can probably tell from my accent. And I basically came here for the sunshine, the weather.
Yeah.
I got fed up of being cold, not cold by Canadian standards, but
No,
cold and
but
chilly
gray,
and wet. And that's what tempted me here, and then various things were going on with my job and career that I was hitting pretty much a dead end, and I thought, right.
You're at the crossroads.
Yep, I had already bought one condo here at that time and was thinking that's where I'm going to retire to, and then I just thought, when I was I think 54, hey,
why not?
Why wait? Why not move?
And
now?
that's exactly what we said too. I mean, we're in our very early 50s, and we didn't want to wait.
Yep.
You know, have that. We wanted to live this now, this dream, this possibility now, and I think that's part of the message, right? Is that we can send people that it is possible.
Yes, absolutely.
So you arrived here and threw yourself into this business, or
It
worked?
kind of grew up over several years.
Yeah.
I started here with one condo. The complex has 20 condos. We're messing around with it a bit, so I sort of hesitate whether today it's 19, 20 or 21, but it's around there. And then I bought another one, and then I bought another one the next year, and another one the next year.
And you just built up the inventory.
Kept going, and now next year, although the contract's already signed, it won't happen till next year. I take ownership of the last one. My brother and I, between us, have got the lot.
Fantastic news.
And we're very happy with that, and we want to keep it that way. So this is not a video for selling property.
No, it is not. It is not. But definitely about sharing experience. But I mean, listen, this is, I think, the best background I've had in a long time in a video. Even though I have a cute garden where I am, this is a really great place. So you decided to do this. You took on this adventure. Obviously, came down before any of things like the last couple of years happen. What are the things that attracted you to come into the DR? I mean, we have our own, everybody has their own reason, but what were the things that, kind of made you decide this will be the place to call home?
It wasn't so much the DR, it was specifically Sosua.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yep. The first time I came here, I came to the DR originally because I've been solo for quite a few years now. I'm very happy with it.
Yes.
And I was looking for an all-inclusive holiday because going to a new place, woman on your own, it's hard to eat at night if you're out and you don't know the place. It's not necessarily safe. So I was looking for all-inclusives, and I looked in various countries, and I wound up in Playa Dorada, just outside Puerto Plata, down the road from here.
Yes.
From there, I took an all-day excursion to somewhere, and at the end of the day, they dumped us on the beach in Sosua for an hour's relaxation after sitting on the bus most of the day. And I just fell in love with the Bay of Sosua. It is such a fantastic. I'm sure, Natalie, if you haven't done one already, you'll be doing various shots of the Bay of Sosua, and people will understand why I fell in love.
It is stunning.
So in that, it was either a 2 or 3 week stay that I was here. I came back another time, and just kept booking trips to come to Sosua. And then I came back again and stayed in Sosua, and then back again. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to keep doing this, I should buy a place. Because I'm paying a lot of money for hotels and resorts, and I could just get a little place. So that's how it started for me. It was specifically Sosua.
Specifically Sosua, okay. And you know what?
I have the advantage. I did learn Spanish at school. My Spanish is not great, but
but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I started ahead of most people deciding to come here, and
yeah.
I would say at least learning basic Spanish is pretty essential if you want to live comfortably here, because it tells people that they can't rip you off, that you're not just another dumb gringo, and also you get to talk to some very interesting people.
Absolutely.
Here. Yep.
Absolutely. I know, like, for the last year, mine has definitely improved from like the day one to now, but I want to be a better conversationalist, and I know I can string things together and I get understood, and I avoid the gringo conversations. Absolutely, when they see that you can sort of, you know, get by. And what is unique for you about Sosua? Like, what are the things, because if you've heard any of the background noise, we are living the authenticity of Sosua right now with the motoconcho, the motorbikes that are going by. Sometimes it's a vehicle, but because we're in the heart, that's part of it, you know?
From this place, in 10 minutes, you can walk, well, I can walk, and I walk slowly, to anywhere in the El Batey, which is, if you like, the tourist section of Sosua. There's two other parts which are residential, but this is the part where we have the hotels and the condos and the restaurants and
the groceries and the other store. Absolutely.
And the beach and two big beaches.
Yeah, and the two big beaches. So obviously then all those things are the things that make Sosua.
Yes.
And what makes you love them so much. So people are watching and they're wondering, they want to come down, they want to try it. Now, yes, we're not selling the Oasis, but the option of coming down and relocating short-term, long-term is an option.
Yeah, just come down for a holiday. I've got 3 guests from this winter who are seriously thinking about relocating. It's obviously something that's in the air.
It's in the air,
after being locked up by COVID, and particularly, I think, Canadians and people from the north of the US who've suddenly had to experience 1 or 2 winters after avoiding them for years.
Absolutely.
Thinking, maybe now.
And you have studios, 1 bedrooms?
Yes, that's what I have.
1 bedrooms, and then there's a couple townhouses, which are like the 2 levels.
They're also 1 bedroom, but
they're 1 bedroom. That's right. They're on 2 floors. Absolutely. And there'll be some photos that will rotate in the video. You'll be able to see those later.
Right.
So there's all the goodness of coming and doing this, but what are some of the pitfalls or some of the things that people should be mindful of? That you
Right. This is obviously a very personal opinion.
Yes, it is.
Not everybody's going to agree with it.
And that's okay. And that's why I asked you to do this with me.
Yeah. You'll hear different views about this. Some people come here and think, this is the phrase some of them use is the Wild West. There are no rules. You can do what you like. It's total personal freedom. And to be honest, nothing could be further from the truth. Simply the legal side, the regulations, the what you need to do for procedures, they're not on show to tourists. If you come here for a holiday, people don't bother you with that shit.
No.
And, there is also some truth in it, in that there are many, many laws and regulations here which are simply not enforced. And that can get very frustrating when you want them to be enforced because of whatever you're trying to do. But hey, you have to live with it. The rules are there, they exist, but they won't necessarily be enforced. And that's something you really need to watch out for, and something that's quite alien to some of our cultures.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, we're not going to talk about anything specific, but there are things where you kind of wonder, like coming from North America, you think, oh, really? You can do that and nobody's going to say anything. Okay. And at first it's frustrating.
But do it to the wrong person and you'll find you'll be arrested.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
That's what you have to realise.
Be
the
mindful
rules
of.
are there. Don't fall foul of them. And one thing we can definitely talk about is the traffic. The traffic is horrendous.
And it's getting
here is dangerous.
It's getting heavier. With more and more people coming down, we are seeing more and more traffic. That's for sure.
And they've improved the roads, which means people are driving faster. So that makes it worse too.
Absolutely.
So watch out. I personally don't drive here. I did drive here when I was a tourist. When I moved here, I thought, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
That's one reason I like living in town rather than outside.
And that's something I would have opted for had I known about the Oasis at first, was that the option, you know, we are moving to Cabarete actually on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to the option to walk places and not have to use our car for everything. We'll still have to use it to take our daughter to school, but that's like one of the only trips. So perfect. So driving, the rules, anything else that we should be mindful for, or maybe what's your top tip? You're deciding to do short-term, long-term relocation. What is the one thing that maybe they should consider?
How far are you prepared? Think about it. It's not something to do, it's something to consider and make a decision. How far are you prepared to give up your home country, or how much do you want to stay with kind of one foot in each culture? Because that will have a big effect on how you live here and
your experience,
what sort of place you want to live in, and how much you commit.
Oh my God, that's such a great point.
And
great point.
Many people just sort of leave. I did it myself. I just leapt in and then thought it through afterwards.
Yeah.
So you can do that. But
absolutely,
it's a good idea to think ahead and think, well, hey, what do I actually want out of this? Where is my life going longer term?
Yeah.
And arising from that, one of the top tips which I was given when I arrived was buy or rent the place that you want to live in, which meets your needs. Don't buy a
Hallelujah.
with a guest room or spare beds or whatever.
Gosh, I wish I'd met you a year ago. You could have told me this.
Because in this area on the North Coast, you've got so many places available. You've got resorts, you've got hotels, you've got big hotels, small hotels.
You just have to find
condos.
You got to find
It's
it.
easy. I mean, even in this street, I could find 3 different places, and if I go around the corner, there's a resort.
Absolutely.
For guests to stay in. So why
And
would
there's
I
so
buy
many
a room and keep it empty?
Exactly. Oh my gosh, what great advice. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Not at all.
I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
So if you are looking for a short-term stay or a long-term stay, actually, the Oasis is available. I'll bank all the contact information will be in the description below. If you are considering a relocation and you're not sure what steps you want to take or how you can go about it, you can book a call with me with the Calendly link in the description. Remember, if you like this video, like it and subscribe to the channel. My name's Natalie. Once again, thanks again for being with me, Lindsay. Whatever you choose to do, have an incredible day, and I'll see you in the next episode of Welcome to My World with Nat. Bye for now.